Hey everybody, today is Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024. I'm Gene, and you're hanging with Uncle. Before we get started, again, we're trying to get to at least 1,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button and also hit that like button. It helps let the rest of the world know we exist out here. And if you like our content, hit that notification bell on the right and you'll get notified whenever we go live or put new content out there. So having said that, let's get into it. I kind of heard today, it was brought to my attention, about the avian flu. And I guess it's a disease that has started, or at least been detected to have been found in the United States' largest egg producer, Cal-Maine Foods. And they're shut the plant down, one of their facilities down in the panhandle of Texas, near the Texas-New Mexico border, and culled about 1.5 million hens and over 300,000 young hens after they tested positive for this disease. Now, from what I understand, it's rare for cases to be detected in humans, but now, again, this plant was shut down in Texas, but there have already been cases detected in Michigan and Minnesota, according to the Washington Post. So pay attention to where we're getting our eggs. Just, our food in general, I think, like I talked about before, I think maybe it'd be a good idea to start looking into food co-ops instead of these conglomerate monopoly food suppliers, and start putting mom and pop organizations, back into the mix and at play at this. So be careful about this, because while it is very rare to be contracted by humans, according to the CDC, it can be very, very fatal if it is contracted. So it's one of those things that are hard to get, but will take you out very easily if you do. So just be careful for that. Cal-Maine Foods, and again, do your own research, find out who they ship to. Just throwing that out there so you guys can be aware of what's going on with things that we might take for granted every day, like an egg. But anyway, having said into that, I want to step into the next topic of conversation for me, because I find this to be kind of funny. You've heard me talk before about the Republicans in the Oversight Committee, James Comer being the chair of that committee, and this impeachment investigation that they want to pull off on Joe Biden, okay? But now here's where we are in this situation. It has been proven time and again that they have nothing. This is a political stunt, period, just because there's a Democrat in the White House and they're Republicans, and instead of work with them and get things accomplished, they'd rather have nonsense like this going on. So, long story short, they have invited, not subpoenaed, but they have invited President Biden to come testify before the Oversight Committee. And of course, he's denied that. So here's what I expect, and I'm putting it out there now. Pay attention to this, because this is where they're going to have no credibility if you watch their playbook. They use it time and time again, right? Okay, first thing, if they had sufficient evidence, they would have drawn up impeachment charges. Even during the hearing, Democrat Jared Moskowitz from Florida was looking at Jim Jordan dead in the eyes and saying, look, there's no evidence, but if you want to impeach him so bad, make the motion. I'll second it. Go ahead, make the motion. And you should have seen Jim Jordan looking at him like, oh, you little SOB. Oh, man, I'm going to get you. Because, again, they have nothing. So they won't impeach because there's nothing. But what they will do is forward it to the Department of Justice with a criminal referral, which is what they've already said they're going to do. And because if there was something there, again, they would have brought up impeachment charges, but the Department of Justice won't do anything either because they will have presented nothing to justify filing any criminal charges against President Biden. So here's what they're going to do after the Department of Justice does nothing. They're going to start screaming and hollering how we need to bring the DOJ in here and the head of the FBI to find out why they haven't done anything after all the information we've given them. You just watch and see, because the one thing that is consistent and the one thing that I've learned in the GOP playbook, it is just to complain. That's it. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't with that group. Okay? For example, again, I'm just going to bring up immigration as an example of what I'm talking about. Republicans for 2 years had control of the White House, Senate, and House the first 2 years of Cadet Bonespur's administration. And they did nothing on immigration or anything on the border issue. And that's what they ran on. Remember, the mango maniac complaining about the caravans coming in and we need to do something? Well, you were elected and you did nothing because you don't want to do anything. You just want to complain. So now that there was a bipartisan bill negotiated between Democrats and Republicans, now Cadet Bonespurs is telling Mike Johnson and the House, don't accept it. It's going to give Democrats a win because they have to have something to complain about. Instead of running on accomplishments, they just want to run on complaints. Mark my words, that's what's going to happen. So I'll leave it at that. And thank you for paying attention. Remember, be kind to one another and treat each other the way that you want to be treated. So that's all I have for this evening. I'm Gene. Zane and I will see you on Friday. And stay safe, everyone.